English Rise Podcast.
Easy listening and speaking practice. Hi, and welcome back to the English Rise Podcast, easy English listening and speaking practice to help you build fluency and confidence. I'm Emma, your language coach, who loves breaking big goals into tiny, sustainable steps. Many people dream about success. They imagine a better life, more freedom, more confidence, more opportunities. They want to feel proud of who they are becoming. They want to grow, improve, and reach their full potential. But there is one mistake that stops most people. They believe success should happen quickly. They expect big changes in a short time. They want results in days, not months. And when it doesn't happen, they feel disappointed. They slow down or even give up. But the truth is simple. Success is not about big, sudden changes. It is about small steps taken every single day. Even something as simple as practicing your English for a few minutes daily can slowly change your life. With me is Alex. Hi, Alex.
Hey, everyone. Alex here. Polyglot, habit fan, and believer in small wins. We're so glad you're with us. Today's episode is all about achieving English fluency through habits. We'll make this practical, realistic, and encouraging.
Let's start with why we care about habits. Many learners imagine a dramatic breakthrough, a sudden jump to fluency, and when that doesn't happen fast, they get discouraged. We want to reframe success. Fluent English grows from small, consistent, daily actions, not from a weekend marathon.
Exactly. Think of fluency like a long hike. You make progress step by step. Big leaps are rare. Steady steps win. Today, we'll give examples, tiny exercises you can try while you listen, and a simple week plan you can adapt to your life.
Before we dig in, quick invitation. If you're listening while you commute or cook, pause this episode for a minute and say aloud a one-sentence introduction about yourself. Name, city, and one hobby. It doesn't need to be perfect. Say it now. Great! That small action matters.
Good! That tiny practice is the theme of the episode. Now the hook. Most people want rapid results, but expecting big change quickly leads to disappointment. When we shift to small, daily steps, progress becomes visible and sustainable.
Let's unpack this. Point 1. Why small steps beat big plans? Big plans require high motivation and large time blocks. Adult learners often have jobs, families, and stress. When motivation dips, big plans collapse. Small steps reduce resistance. You only need to do a little to keep going.
Concrete example. Someone decides to study 3 hours every Saturday. It works 2 weeks, then life gets in the way, they miss a session, feel guilty, and stop. Contrast that with committing to 10 minutes daily. Missing a day doesn't break the habit. The tiny daily practice is resilient.
Psychologically, small wins build momentum. Completing a 5-minute exercise triggers a sense of achievement, which encourages future practice. The goal is forward motion, not perfection. So choose the smallest meaningful action you can imagine and do it consistently.
Okay, point 2. The power of consistency. Consistency is the engine of learning. Your brain learns by repetition. If you do focused practice regularly, your neural pathways strengthen and skills become automatic.
Okay, point 2. The power of consistency. Consistency is the engine of learning. Your brain learns by repetition. If you do focused practice regularly, your neural pathways strengthen and skills become automatic.
And habit stacking helps. Attach a new micro-habit to an existing routine. After your morning coffee, do 2 minutes of pronunciation practice. When habits follow familiar cues, they're easier to start and maintain.
Point 3. Consistency builds skill and confidence. Skill and belief grow together. As you notice small improvements, you feel more confident, and confidence makes you willing to speak more, which then accelerates improvement.
Here's a practical path. Pick 3 problem sounds or phrases and practice them 3 minutes daily. After a month, clarity improves. You won't be perfect, but you'll be noticeably clearer. That clarity is fuel. It makes conversations less stressful and more frequent.
We also want to give you small, specific techniques to build confidence without pressure. Method 1, the 1-minute monologue. Pick a simple topic and record yourself speaking for 1 minute. Play it back, note one thing to improve, and try again another day. Keep the stakes low.
Method 2, phrase rehearsal. Choose 3 to 5 useful phrases for travel, work, or daily life and rehearse them in context. Use them in voice messages or short conversations. Repetition turns phrases into automatic tools you can deploy when needed.
Method 3, micro-shadowing. Pick a 30 to 60-second clip, listen, and immediately repeat the speaker's rhythm and intonation. Focus on flow more than perfection. Shadowing trains your ear and your mouth to work together.
Quick interactive moment. Try a 30-second shadow now. If you have a short audio clip, mimic the speaker's rhythm. If not, read this sentence out loud and mimic a confident cadence. I enjoy learning new things, and today I practiced for a few minutes. Good, that's practice.
Point 4, the compound effect. Small improvements stack up. If you learn 2 new useful phrases every day, in 1 month, you have 60 phrases. And in a year, you'll have hundreds. Those building blocks become automatic language chunks you use naturally.
Real math moment. Improving your speaking by 1% each day is small, but compounding over months becomes striking. The compound effect rewards patience and repetition. Keep a record, old voice notes, journal entries to check how far you've come.
Point 5. Small daily actions create big success. We'll share real-world stories to show how micro-habits produce big outcomes. Short daily practices can lead to promotions, successful interviews, and comfortable travel conversations.
Point 5. Small daily actions create big success. We'll share real-world stories to show how micro-habits produce big outcomes. Short daily practices can lead to promotions, successful interviews, and comfortable travel conversations.
Those outcomes aren't fairy tales. They're common. The difference was consistent micro-practice applied to real needs. When your practice targets real situations, job tasks, travel phrases, classroom language, progress is meaningful and motivating.
Now let's offer a week-long micro-habit plan you can adapt. The goal is 10 to 25 minutes per day divided into short practices. Day by day, each task is small, specific, and repeatable.
Now, let's offer day 1, total 10 to 15 minutes. Morning, 3 minutes, record a 1-minute introduction and listen back. Noon, 5 minutes, review 5 useful phrases with example sentences. Evening, 2 to 7 minutes, shadow a short sentence from a podcast.
Day 2, total 10 to 20 minutes. Morning, 5 minutes, read a short headline and summarize it aloud in 3 sentences. Afternoon, 5 minutes, use an SRS app to review vocabulary. Evening, 5 minutes. Record a 1-minute monologue about your hobby.
Day 3. Total 15 to 20 minutes. Morning, 5 minutes. Pronunciation drills for 3 target sounds. Commute, 5 to 10 minutes. Listen to a short podcast episode and repeat key phrases. Night, 5 minutes. Write 3 short diary sentences in English.
Day 4. Total 15-25 minutes. Morning, 5 minutes. Speak 1 minute about a recent success. Midday, 5 to 10 minutes. Shadow a short dialogue from a TV clip. Evening, 5 to 10 minutes. Have a short conversation with a friend or language partner.
Day 5. Total 15-25 minutes. Mix practice. 5 minutes listening, 5 minutes vocabulary, 5-10 minutes speaking. Try to use 1 new phrase in a real message or conversation. Even a text counts as practice.
Day 6. Total 20 to 30 minutes. Watch an 8-10 minute video with subtitles, then summarize it aloud for 3 minutes. Record and compare your summary to the video language. Note 2 improvements to try next week.
Day 7. Total 10-20 minutes. Reflection day. Review recordings from the week. Write a short list of 3 sustainable habits and plan the next week. Celebrate a small win. Maybe a favorite tea or a 5-minute walk outside.
Simple, right? The idea is repetition and variety. Rotate tasks so your practice stays interesting, but keep the total short and consistent. Now let's troubleshoot common obstacles with clear fixes.
Obstacle. I don't have time. Fix. Use 2 to 5 minute pockets before coffee, while waiting for a meeting, during short breaks. Obstacle. I feel tired. Fix. Choose passive exposure, like listening to a podcast at low volume while cooking, then do a 1-minute active task later.
Obstacle. I'm afraid of mistakes. Fix. Use private recordings first. Record a 60-second monologue, listen, and note 1 improvement. No one else needs to hear it. Then gradually share with a supportive friend or partner.
Obstacle. I get bored. Fix. Rotate formats. Reading, listening, shadowing, recording, and brief writing. Also, change topics. Work language one day, travel phrases another, and personal storytelling another day. Variety keeps the brain engaged.
Let's cover accountability that doesn't add pressure. Partner with a friend for mutual encouragement. Send a daily 10-20-second voice note to check in, or join a small, low-pressure group that meets briefly each week to practice.
And use tiny rewards. After the practice, give yourself a small treat, a favorite snack, 5 minutes of something you enjoy, or a short walk. Positive reinforcement makes habits stick and keeps practice enjoyable.
We promised practical tools, so here are a few. A simple voice recorder for 1-minute practices, a spaced repetition flashcard app for vocabulary, podcast apps with short clip replay for shadowing, and a paper calendar or habit tracker to mark each day you practice.
On grammar study, keep it micro. Instead of marathon grammar sessions, pick 1 structure and use it in 10 short sentences across a week. Contextual use beats abstract rules. Apply the structure in your 1-minute monologues and conversations.
Now, we'll give 3 short case studies that show how small habits translate to long-term results. First, Sophia, a classroom teacher. She practiced 5 minutes of classroom instruction phrases every day and within months felt ready to co-teach in English.
Second, Jamal, an engineer, he used commute time for listening to technical English and practiced explaining concepts in 1 minute each night. Within 6 months, he led an international meeting confidently. Small habits matched real workplace needs.
Third, Maria, a nurse. She practiced short patient communication phrases daily and used shadowing to get rhythm and empathy in her tone. Over time, patient interactions became smoother, and she felt less anxious speaking with English-speaking patients.
These stories show micro-practice, tied to actual goals, makes progress practical and motivating. Now, let's focus on how to measure progress without stress. Keep short, objective markers, number of days practiced, minutes per day, recordings saved, and number of new phrases used in conversation.
Subjective markers are important too. How easy did that conversation feel? How much less anxious were you? Did you notice clearer pronunciation or faster listening comprehension? These feelings indicate progress even when you can't measure it precisely.
One small exercise to measure improvement: record a 1-minute monologue today and label it Day 1. Repeat the same topic in 4 weeks and compare. The difference will surprise you. Your fluency, word choice, and confidence improve more than you expect.
Let's include a few rapid-fire habit ideas that you can pick and use immediately. 1. Read 1 paragraph aloud each morning. 2. Send 1 voice message in English per day. 3. Rehearse 5 phrases while making coffee. 4. Shadow 1 sentence before bed. 5. Write 3 journal lines nightly.
Keep these tiny, consistent, and tied to cues in your day. They're easy to do and compound into real ability. Now, a brief pep talk. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. A gentle, persistent approach respects your life and reduces anxiety.
When you miss a day, don't punish yourself. Reset and continue. The habit is the long-term pattern, not a single missed moment. Focus on the rhythm of returning. That's what builds the muscle of practice.
Some listeners ask how to stay motivated. Motivation fluctuates, so design systems that don't depend on it. Make the practice automatic. Habit stacking, visible reminders, and short, enjoyable tasks that create positive feedback.
Also, celebrate small wins, publicly or privately. Share a short recording with a friend, or mark a week of practice on your calendar. These small celebrations help maintain momentum and reinforce identity change. You're becoming someone who practices English regularly.
We want to include 2 practical mini-scripts you can use for voice practice. Script 1, a 1-minute introduction, name, city, profession, a short story about a hobby. Script 2, a 60-second explanation of how to do something simple, like making tea or booking a ticket. Use these weekly and watch clarity improve.
We'll do a guided 45-second micro-practice now. Speak out loud. Hello, my name is your name. I live in city. I'm learning English because one short reason. Today I practiced for a few minutes, and I will practice again tomorrow. Speak now. Great! You just did a meaningful habit.
Before we close, let's summarize the key takeaways. 1. Start tiny. 2 minutes is okay. 2. Show up consistently. Consistency beats intensity. 3. Stack habits on existing routines. 4. Use micro exercises for speaking, listening, and vocabulary. 5. Track progress with recordings and a simple calendar.
And a reminder, the compound effect works for language the same way it works for fitness or saving money. Small, regular deposits of effort accumulate into real skills and opportunities. Be patient and kind with yourself.
Final practical step. Pick one micro habit from today's episode and do it tomorrow morning. Put a sticky note where you'll see it. If you want accountability, send us a short message or a voice note on social and tell us which habit you chose.
We read listener messages and love hearing progress. Even one sentence, "I practiced for 5 minutes today," helps you commit and helps us celebrate with you. Small statements become big motivation when shared.
One last short story to inspire you. A student named Marco felt he had to study 2 hours a day and failed. We shifted him to 10 minutes a day, and he built a reliable practice. After 6 months, he applied to a university program in English and was accepted. He called those 10 minutes life-changing.
That's the power of tiny habits. You don't need to be perfect today. You just need to begin and return. Over time, small actions open doors you didn't expect. We believe you can do this.
Thank you for spending this time with us. If this episode helped, try the 7-day plan we mentioned and come back to tell us how it went. Keep recordings from day 1 and compare them later. You'll be amazed.
If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend who's feeling stuck. Small habits help everyone. And follow us on social for quick daily prompts and micro practices you can use anytime.
We'll close with a gentle encouragement. 2 minutes today, 2 minutes tomorrow. Over weeks and months, those minutes become fluency. You've got this. English Rise Podcast. Easy listening, better speaking, rise higher.
See you next time. Keep practicing, keep experimenting, and be kind to yourself. Bye for now.